different when it comes to that. And he has been, but he uses right foot, and then all started from the captain Hakimi, and he dazzled past, put the true good ball to Diaz. I thought that he was going to clip him, but you see, nobody, even the goalkeeper wasn't expecting, you know, a shot on target. We were all expecting a cross.
Drills it at his near post, and Masalanga beaten. Brahim Diaz strikes true, and the deadlock is...
You could sense and smell, you know, hitting Achilles. You can sense and smell the goal coming when they, you know, when this half, you know, started. The way the surgeon, the Moroccan are surging. Look how beautiful the stadium is. The lighting, everybody brought his phone out and they're celebrating the goal that Morocco scored. What a scene.
The lights on every mobile phone in the venue are on, and they're being held aloft. It's turning into a celebration, a vigil here in Rabat. Oh, plenty. Over 20 minutes plus some added time, no doubt. Tanzania know that they have got the ability to score. They've scored in every match so far at this tournament.
Stats don't lie.
So, the yellow card from Hakimi is having a word with the referee. And the referee is going to be issuing a caution for the challenge.
Got away with it. Because if a soiree was booked, he would definitely miss the next game, I think. Maybe that's why Hakimi was on the referee's ears.
So Sebadi has eventually got the yellow card, but Hakimi was protesting rather vehemently. Set piece. Now Miroshi and Feitoto, the two who stand over it. Miroshi to feed, he's hit it far too strong. Oh, that's a wasted opportunity when they have so few.
That's wasted opportunity indeed. You know, it's well stayed, good position to swing that ball in. You know, for the players to attack it, good position, something might end up coming out of it. But unfortunately, you know, and that's what we've seen, you know, in the Tanzanian team throughout the day. When they get in good positions, they don't know what to do with it.
20 minutes to play. The crowd, though, seemed a pressure point for Morocco for much of this game. It's now an asset. Again, Tanzania are going to make a few changes. They are going to bring on the very quick off the mark Charles Mwamba and Taran Al-Arakia, whose passing game is on point. Among the changes to be made. And that will be in a moment. The other change, it looks like the veteran defender Shomari Kapombe is going to make his way on. Brahim Diaz again calling for the return ball, doesn't come his way. Morocco in possession, through ball. Brahim Diaz inside the area, looks to get away from his marker. Has to be offended by Abdallah Samata, looks to streak away. Tight angle, recovery is decent. Suva, Feitoto's gone central, and Samata looks to stay down. Simon Suva looked at him as if to say, get up.
Get up, what are you doing? We're already goal down. You know, and he got the ball. And it was a good break. It was a good counter break. You know?
And the referee was playing advantage.
Yeah.
But pulled up.
All the red shirt came back so quicker. So that's why he decided to wait for his teammate to get up.
So these are the changes that are going to be made. Noga is going to make way. Hajim Noga, another hard performance. He's replaced by Kapombe, the veteran right back. And that's the goal again, Daniel.
Oh, that's a beautiful goal. You know, we all expected a cross, but he knew what he was doing. You know, poised that ball with a good power and beat the goalkeeper, and the score stays 1-0.
And the Atlas Lions roar
it's good to bring good for Tanzania to bring fresh legs because with the formation they're playing, these players they really work. They're running a lot in the game.
So what they're doing here is they are sacrificing a defender for an attacker. Hussein is off. Al-Arahi is making his way. Trying to shore things up and allow a little bit of game time for players they might look to use as they go deeper in the tournament. That would be the expectation.
Yeah, that would be the expectation, but this game is far than over. So, sometimes, you still have 20 minutes plus with added time to play football and you take out your best players and then it comes out hurting you at the end round.
Yeah? Sometimes it can bite. I'm not going to mention a recent match for Nigeria where that happened. Momba loses possession under pressure from two. Into space, again controlled by the goal scorer Brahim Diaz. And Saibari down, free kick Morocco.
Free kick control, he got the ball. I think it should be, he got the ball 100%. I think it's a throw.
So the assistant referee signaled throw, but it looked like the referee signaled free kick. We are going to see a couple of changes though for Morocco. Elias Ben-Safir is among those coming on. Anas Salahedin, the phenomenally gifted fullback, one of many in this Moroccan squad. As I say that, the referee's turned his attention back to the game and allowed play to continue. Hakimi.
Probably will be one of the players coming off.
It seems like Nesiri was having a chat with the fourth official, so it might have been a change of who he's coming on to replace. Away by Dixon Job, up towards Samata, down again. Back on his feet, looks to win possession and wins the free kick. 15 minutes to play, and now we will see the change. And Morocco will bring on a trio of fresh feet. There they are. Yusuf bin Nesiri, the wonderful goal scorer, the only Moroccan to score in 4 AFCON tournaments, looking to make it 5. But first replacement, Mazraoui. He's earned his break.
That was a good game.
And Salahedin will come on in his place.
Worked very hard. Very disciplined, going forward.
Okabi will make way for Nesiri.
He has been quiet. In today's game, he had some good chances that he could have easily buried, but he never did.
And Saibari, the other player who makes way. Ismail Saibari had the ball in the back of the net, but
he works very hard.
Was offside. His commitment is unquestionable. His work rate is almost unbelievable. And he's being replaced though by somebody you could say almost exactly the same about in Elias Ben-Safir. And what that means for Tanzania is there is absolutely no let-up in the intensity. Ben-Safir away with possession. Recovery here from Fetoto. Free kick to Morocco. And it's Ben-Safir. Brahim Diaz goal separating these sides. Nearly a capacity crowd, approaching 65,000 people that have made their way into the venue, including several dignitaries. FIFA President and CAF President sitting side by side. first vice president of CAF as well, the head of the Royal Moroccan Football Federation, Fouzi Lekja, the other of the triumvirate who sits on the halfway line in the VIP section watching this encounter that is turned very physical very quickly again. Mabula with a big foul and will collect a caution.
Because of where the referee showed it. It looks intentional, but it is a foul.
Alphonse Mabula, the player caution. And then he spent 3 seasons in Serbia, which is notoriously physical. But gets it wrong against Saladin here.
Going for the ball, but unfortunately, he got the Achilles of the player.
There's Unai in crutches. This tournament is likely done, but he's still being celebrated. As Brahim Diaz scored that goal, he was handed Unai's jersey and he held it up. He held it up for all to see.
That's good to see. This is for you. We're gonna win it for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. 1-0 on the outside of the venue. And the Mexican wave is now making its way all around the complex Sporting Principal Abdallah.
The yellow cards now will keep coming out. Tanzania have to calm down, focus on what is at play. They still have
the game like that?
80 plus added time to play. They cannot be carried away with infringements after infringement.
Well, that's it. They're not out of this game, but moments like that are unnecessary.
Yeah.
There's Azuli down. Job with a warning rather than a caution. Saladin, player just making his way on. He was fouled a moment ago. There he is standing in front of us and in front of his injured teammate Azuli. Maybe it's auspicious, but he turns 24 on the day of the final. Saladin.
Yeah, we have to wait and see. Maybe a bad day gift will be waiting for him. There's still a lot of football to play. We're just headed to the quarterfinals.
Speaking of birthdays, you've just celebrated your, what was it, your 29th birthday again?
We're getting old. Daniel the Black Bull of Makazi is 53.
Well, there's the jersey I was speaking about a moment ago. Unai limping into the stands. He feels the job might be done for his team, but they have not forgotten him.
No,
and Brahim Diaz dedicated his goal to him.
Can you see the atmosphere in the stadium? That's why I said earlier, we play different on the field and off the field. You can see how excited the fans are around the stadium.
Gavi might not have scored today, but he remains an integral part of this Moroccan setup. You're watching a team that has enjoyed one of the most dominant periods in the game of football, in the history of football. 19 consecutive wins, undefeated for over 20, almost 2 years since they last tasted defeat. This is a side that can prove dominant, but they're looking to do it on home soil, out the Africa Cup of Nations, and claim only their second ever AFCON crown. Can they go all the way? There have been times where they've looked every inch the side capable of doing that, but there have been other times when they've had heavy question marks hanging over them.
But all the success that Morocco is having is not a fluke. They're really, invested in their football. You can see from the age groups how they have been doing in the female side of the game, in the infrastructures and all that. For a country that has been put into to host a major tournament like the World Cup, that tells you a lot. And we have been, at this AFCON, we've seen how beautiful, the facilities are. Raining, pouring for over 3 hours, but you never see any waterlogged on the field.
Yeah, the pitches have been pristine, they've been perfect. And they've been blessed with some glorious football. And Arakia pulling it back to his defence. Onyeto has it now, Miroshi again. But you're right. There's much to praise in Moroccan football, and the success is no accident. It's similar to Tanzania. They've invested heavily in grassroots football. You're seeing the success, particularly in schools and youth tournaments in East Africa. And Tanzania's enjoyed a lot of that success because it's been deliberate investment.
Now you can see the way they play. You can definitely show the philosophy. That southern region's philosophy. him compact playing, confident on the ball. It is showing. So it's left for them to build and get few stars to accumulate it.
Al-Arafi, who actually made his AFCON debut in the 3-0 defeat to Morocco at the last edition, comes into the game very delicately poised still. This is far from convincing in terms of the scoreline. I'm going to see another change here, and Tanzania will make their final substitution to take off Mabula, cautioned a moment ago, and he will make his way off as he gets replaced by Idinado, who makes his first appearance in this tournament. A wonderfully creative player, Idinado, and has not seen much game time.
When you play, in a major tournament, you have players like that on the bench, and you're feeling that, it might be your last game. Why not throw them in? Maybe they can make a difference because they are hungry to play.
And he's been around for quite some time. 30-year-old from Azam, one of Tanzania's top teams. Idinado is on. Final change for Gabondi, unless, of course, Tanzania drive this to extra time. There is still that possibility. Morocco, they've got the goal that counts so far. And Brahim Diaz, in the decisive moment, collects possession now. As Al-Arafi goes down and appeals for a free kick that is not forthcoming. Alcina, Salahidi, squeezed out.
It's never over till the first 90 things. We saw it in the game yesterday. A goal scored in the 80-plus minute, and then a goal scored equalized in the other time.
But another player who is not featured in the tournament so far is Oussama Tarhalin. He's going to make his way on now for the goal scorer Brahim Diaz, who will be applauded as he lifts his way from the park.
And you can see the goal. The goal that is putting all the smiles, on the Moroccan, faces globally.
Well, Brahim Diaz, 4 matches, 4 goals. He's scored in every one of them. And he's done something no Moroccan has ever done at the African Cup of Nations. Not even the greatest of them all, Ahmed Faraz, who was a 1976 AFCON winner, scored Morocco's first 3 goals at this tournament, all in the group stages on their debut appearance in 1972. And that's to score 4 goals in the tournament, all of them in successive matches. What is still Morocco's all-time leading scorer. Although El-Kabi's closing in on that record.
He have done himself good because he had 2 glorious chances today that would have easily been on the score sheet.
Salahidi, inside. Little tumble, free kick goes away of Tanzania. Morocco, a lot to look forward to this year, including the FIFA World Cup, in co-hosted events in North America, in Mexico, United States and Canada.
All the ball that
in
they
the
took
USA
is
kick off against Brazil on the 13th of June. Then they got Scotland 6 days later. Then Haiti, their final group stage match. Haiti returning to the World Cup for the first time in 52 years.
Group for them. First team to qualify for the World Cup out of Africa.
I had Twitter.
Just ease their way through.
Perfect record in qualifying.
The president of America, he said, Twitter is not only yours, it's going to be a national company because
over
it's
this
national
one.
interest. So they took the whole company over.
Allowed to bounce in the area.
Risky.
Huh? Because of the country. So that's what they going to do. One day they got tired of America, so they take it. They said, okay,
Well,
now
that's
this
it.
is going to be
Aside from that, though,
national.
as a striker, you feel you might get a sniff if it's allowed to bounce, because that ball sometimes can ricochet and go anywhere. Hiroshi.
Because that's their right.
You can see what a lot of changes bring into a team. And
If
you
you're
have to
Baka, you're
tempo
making the
with
milk
it.
and I'm taking all the money.
Collapse
And
for
I'm
Morocco.
I'm tired of fucking your
Bilal
working
Caruso
for your
routing
fucking milk
Taran
when it's my
Al-Arabia.
house.
free kick goes the way of Tanzania.
country?
Start taking it short.
The
Hiroshi.
government took over the company. They say it's
More
mine.
options for Al-Arakia, but he's overhit this one. And now transition ball Benzahir.
Before American, they were controlling the gas.
To Bono.
It's like you don't know how to make milk, and they come with the machines and they tell you, okay,
917 minutes of game time before he conceded at this tournament. And Masalanga has come a long way out of his area.
And you say, you know what?
Well,
we're going to make it ours now.
It's losing ahead of it.
American, they went away.
It's been called a goal kick.
The only time they were mad because they were not controlling the country.
What if they get some coffee? You have your teammate chasing, a defender chasing,
That's why they went to Iraq.
and your defender would get to the ball before your opponent player, but then you left your goal area.
Okay, so
You can't
you're
do
now
that ball was on the
on.
line. Probably something like come out from Morocco on that.
I think one of the main differences between
Okay,
the sides
but is it
today, you look at somebody like Devonta Farashi, Miroshi, usually, I mean, he's been the star assist maker for Tanzania in recent years, and at this
Okay,
tournament.
but I'm saying, was it better than
He's
before?
been completing his passes at a 60% rate today. I mean, what does that tell you about what Morocco's midfield has done in terms of pressure on Tanzania when they've had possession?
Yeah, well, that's how they've been playing from day one, isn't it? That's how they play, that they ease themselves through qualifying for the World Cup in America. Because they always get that ball.
And of course, the one who said,
They sort of over the ball
it's
in.
not going to be a Kapatistan. The
Kept
same
in
way
play
the
by
story of
Hakimi.
Salvador.
They should utilize all these chances that they're getting, because it's rare to see Morocco give away.
How about that for a first touch? And then that for a foul.
Never see a socialist in Mexico. Mucho socialista.
Well,
When the guy was
takes a
talking
job,
about Chavez, all those guys, and they
wastes
got
no
killed
time.
because they wanted to kill all those guys.
Been warned once.
They,
Oh,
Chile,
now.
Nicaragua, they were, they arrested the guy, they brought it to America.
Ooh, he's off his feet.
Supposedly because
He
the
left
guys
the
did
ball
not get
and
the
went
quarter
for the
to
field.
it.
And if the VAR catches them, then definitely they'll call the attention of the referee.
Yeah, we're in the 90th
so right
minute
now-
now.
They
and,
went to
uh,
arrest the president
Okay.
wouldn't be
fully.
surprised if
now-
that is reviewed.
You're
That's
saying
a
that
call for your,
Venezuela
your left foot was already on the ball, and then you overstretch your
That's
right
exactly what
foot
they did.
No, but I'm saying,
to
is he
have a
able to do
contact
that?
on the
Right now.
player.
Well,
Okay, so you see, that's what I'm saying.
when you have a reckless challenge or disregard to the consequences of your actions, it's usually a yellow card.
The guy, the
But
Jewish
when
cop was saying
you
strategically.
endanger the safety of an opponent,
From the moment America,
it
they were
speaks to a
always
red card.
like wasting gas. That's it. And that's one day they understand in the 70s, they started saying shit. All my slaves are being rebellious. They start losing companies like that. And then to make it really kill them really on it and they shock the economy of the many times, the Arabs what they did in the 70s, they create unemployment for 10 years, for their 80 years. America learned the lesson. They even say it yesterday. They even said last week, they said, we're going to take the oil power strategic reserve. From the moment the Arabs shut down the gas, and America realized, oh shit, we're depending too much on the gas, they decided, okay,
To
we're going to
cut their gas
no,
and start
make a
saving.
reserve. They don't use their gas no more, like they buy here.
That's
They
fine.
go buy everywhere, stock, and control any country possible that has gas. So any country that has gas, they want and they do what to do. Find an excuse to say, no, we gotta save that, we gotta understand Islam. Oh, we gotta save Iraq and understand that. And they're gonna do the
Or
same
for their own
right now.
country.
You know, he said the same 3 years ago.
Yeah.
With Iran. If Iran needs my help, I will go and help them. And Iran is the second biggest country of oil in the world after Venezuela.
Really?
What do you think they mad at Iran for so many years? Because before with the Shah in the 70s, they could control anything with the king that they had. It doesn't work like that. Because you can let the people starve, happens what happens to the king. They chase you away, the people, they get the power over, and now you have hardcore Muslims. That's it. Doing it. Told you.
The ball back.
All it is fucking
Big
racist.
touch on that. Miroshi now. Lovely pass this time from Miroshi. Back in towards Mwamba, but Mwamba does more danger when he's more advanced.
Advance, yeah. That's the story of their life throughout today's game, man. Putting good combination play in their own half, but when the Moroccan have the opponent's half, they just get lost.
Daniel Amogachi, you have won this tournament before. You know what it's like. You have also, I mean, more importantly, you've won this tournament
TV
off
commercial.
Nigerian soil. You were part of that 94 side that did something special in winning a trophy outside of Nigeria. You sort of broke ground, you and your teammates.
They're not actually putting the
And you're watching this, you've been there and done it all before. From Olympic gold to World Cup goals to AFCON titles. Looking at this match that has been steeped with entertainment, intensity, physicality, many attributes you like to see. Not too many goals today, but how would you break down the 90 minutes that we've witnessed here?
Well, you know, the 90 minutes has been, it's been a team that came into the game as an underdog, but, they've been solid when it comes to tactically in the defense and in the middle. But, when going forward, they just get lost. But for the host, the Moroccans, they stick to their game, their passing game. They got, carried away and not knowing what to do in the first half when, Tanzania set the 3-4-3 formation. But they came back in the second half. They started creating those chances on the flank, and you can see they were knocking, and then the goal definitely showed. But in a tournament like this, we've seen teams like Senegal, we've seen teams like Nigeria with who can, and that it looks. I think. Go ahead.
Well, down goes Idinado, and frantic appeals. Messina, the elbow in the back. Down goes Idinado at the touch.
He was already swinging himself forward.
Go there, they make
That's
sure you're
a
back.
touch.
I come to LA, I go to Oxnard, bomb over there first.
Morocco have only conceded one goal in this tournament, and it was a penalty converted by Lassine Sendayoko, who won the penalty under a challenge from Jawad El Yamik.
He was already, lunging forward. And going back to what we were saying, we have teams who can win it away from home. Nigeria is one, Senegal is one. Yesterday's game, they look dominant, and of course the host Morocco is a team that looks like they want it, and they want to keep the trophy here, in their country.
Fury on the touchline to the technical area as Tanzania believe they've been denied a penalty. Gamondi protests, his bench protests, words are being exchanged. Ibrahim Diaz is among those watching on. And I hope you can't lip read, we apologise if you can. Colourful words being exchanged between players on the park and technical team members in their area. We're going to see perhaps a caution to players or coaches. Well, that's it. I mean, the technology's there. They know that the technology would be used. The referee doesn't have the final say. He has the final say, but he's not the only person who checks the monitor, so it will have been checked by the VAR team led by Senegal Disasi today.
Right.
Morocco get play back underway. Benzahir. Sakimi. His return has been most impressive. With that, the final whistle sounds and Morocco have done enough to advance. They've won this match as much mentally as they have tactically, Daniel Amokachi. But there's the star and the goal scorer.
And the history maker. The first Moroccan player to score back-to-back in 4 consecutive games. That's quality to see, and he's a star player, and it shows. But it's a beautiful day of football. It's good for the Moroccan fans who have trooped into the stadium. We have 60,000 plus, spectators in the stadium. About 60,000 are wearing a red Moroccan shirt, and you can see what that means to them. The fans.
Authority confirmed another step